Am I the butthole for making my father rebook my wedding venue at nearly triple the original cost after my stepsister canceled my original booking? My stepsister impersonated me and canceled my wedding venue reservation. She's 18 and a jealous cow. I got the reservation for a steal because I booked early and COVID made things uncertain. Well, now demand for wedding venues has skyrocketed. The venue is now asking nearly triple the original cost for the same date. They said they'll only honor the original reservation if I show proof that my stepsister committed fraud/identity theft in the form of a police report. My father has begged me not to involve the police. So I told him he'll need to cover the new cost then. All of it except my original deposit. Because I'm aggravated as F. He's going to be selling some property in order to do this. He has put down the additional deposit for the venue already though. I know he was not to blame, but he houses that witch and by asking me not report her fraud, but I can only assume he takes responsibility for her actions. Am I the butthole? I do feel guilty because my fiancé and I are much more financially well off than my father. But I just feel like this is not my problem to fix. He did find an alternative venue that was pretty nice and wasn't as expensive, but I said it had to be the original venue. I'm just incredibly pissed off. Not the butthole. If he won't let you do the thing that would get you your original rate, then he can pay the difference. Institute some kind of password system with all your vendors though. Because she will try this again. I would file a police report. You have no way of knowing when your father will be able to sell the property to come up with the funds. Get the venue secured ASAP before it gets taken. File the police report immediately, that way 1, you can provide the requisite information to get the same rates and wedding date, 2, show your stepsister you mean business and deter similar future behavior, and 3, give stepsister an introduction to the real world and consequences. Exactly. Police report would be a good idea. She probably won't even be charged. Edit. Annoying paperwork, but least she can have the venue for the original price. Dad don't have to sell anything, and hopefully getting the police involved will scare her enough that she won't try something like this again. And if she tries anything like this again, at least there's already a paper trail showing that it's a pattern. If original poster's dad bails her out, she will try something again to mess with the wedding/original poster because she knows she can get away with it. And there's a chance that her next stunt can't be fixed so easily, like she cancels the venue again, makes sure there's no one there to conduct the ceremony, cancels the catering last minute. Or if she starts to mess with original poster's life outside of the wedding, like getting a credit card in original poster's name. And in this situation I would be way too pissed at Dad for taking her side and bailing her out without consequences. Of feel bad that he foots the bill. Honestly, Dad is willing to sell his property to cover for her. This is mind-blowing. Highly doubt she'll get charged. Hard to prove that fraud, so that dumbass venue wants a meaningless police report. Go for it. Even if arrested and convicted, she's not going to jail. Trust me. No-brainer for the useless police report. So annoying, so many businesses want those, like it changes anything. It covers their asses. If some other customer comes along and sees original poster paying a third what they paid, they can sue for discrimination. Blame the stupid legal system. Not the butthole. I am truly wondering how honoring the old rate would be discrimination towards someone else? The unjust or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people or things, especially on the grounds of race, age, or sex. It'd actually be very easy to prove the fraud unless the jealous cow somehow got her hands on original posters or her fiancé's phone. The venue will have to have kept records of when the call was made, so you just have to check what number called at that time and trace it back to its owner. She most likely used her own phone to do it, and original poster can easily provide whatever evidence she has that she didn't make the call. Which? Hang on a darn second while I agree with you wholly. And original poster is not the butthole. WTF is the venue trying to do? They cancelled the booking without making a reasonable attempt to ensure it was original poster doing so. In my country they themselves would face pretty serious bad faith consequences for that. You don't cancel a wedding booking because some random woman tells you she's totes the bride. You confirm that with the existing contact numbers. No teenager sounds like a grown woman, for F's sake. And yet they are over here making original poster jump through hoops pretending she needs to prove something? Original poster, I'd be a wee bit angrier with the venue and make them fix their F up, myself. Stuff your sister, but stuff the report too. These greasy venue owners just want their bigger fee now. They think they have security and took any excuse to get you out, so they can inflate their price. They are dirty as hell. I am the event coordinator at a venue. In my 10 years here this happened once. Our dates are very competitive, and we are a fairly small community. One couple wanted a certain date and another couple that they knew got it first. The bride who didn't get the date called up saying she was the bride who had the date and wanted to cancel. Well, guess what? You have to fill out a cancellation form to do so. We asked her to come do it, and she never showed up, so I called the number on the contract. The original bride did not lose her date, but if she had, it would have been my fault for not verifying. I would have taken 100% responsibility for it and would probably have given her some freebies like dance floor, kitchen, stage, etc. I can't imagine increasing the cost so much for this bride since it was their mistake. If it were me, I don't think I would do the wedding at that venue. They shouldn't be rewarded for predatory practices and irresponsibility. Just in my opinion. Paperwork. How did I forget paperwork? Of course there would be paperwork. There's definitely something fishy with the venue's behavior here, and I'm pretty sure we can all trace it back to we can get another bride for 3x the money and keep the deposit too. Absolutely passwords, especially since she now knows Dad will cover for her. Original poster, the venue is playing you and the police is incorrect. The wedding venue is asking original poster to document blame on the stepsister, so original poster lessens the venue's liability. Without knowing more information to this story, I would insist that the venue broke their contract with original poster. That's the venue's F up even if they were tricked. My wedding venue was like $25,000 for a rather small wedding. If I lost a 2/3 discount, then I'd probably hire a lawyer to write a proper letter to the venue. Edit. Question for original poster. Was the original contract between original poster and the venue, or was it between original poster's dad and the venue? If original poster's dad was on the original contract, then even original poster was probably not authorized to cancel the venue reservation. AKA stepsister would need to impersonate dad, not original poster. In which case, the venue super extra effed up. Not the butthole, this is a fair solution. However, I would go to the police instead of having your father pay. Your stepsister is an adult, and she needs to take responsibility for her actions. She will continue to do crap like this if your father is always there to bail her out. She clearly needs to learn a lesson. Edit. Spelling. Exactly this. A huge part of being an adult is taking responsibility for your own actions. He's no longer responsible for her. Adult actions cause adult consequences. Agreed. Not to be morbid or anything, but the more your father has to bail out stepdaughter, he's not just paying with his money, but potentially paying for it with money that could be willed to original poster. Original poster's dad is selling property to cover the cost. Would original poster have inherited the property once father passed? Is original poster still paying for this, but just in the long run? Police won't even do anything. Oh. Someone called and pretended to be you? Yeah, well, get right on that, just report it and save the money. Right? It's not like they are going to file charges and ruin her life. Help your dad understand this and then make the report. You're the butthole for not pressing charges. Consequences serve a purpose. Yup, stepsister now knows she can do whatever she wants without consequence. And she's going to screw over someone else. They passed the buck on to some other poor schmuck for her to defraud. Yup, stepsister now knows she can do whatever she wants without consequence. I disagree. She already knows she can do what she wants without consequences. This didn't occur in a vacuum. If I was original poster, I'd want this resolved in a way that best benefits me. Original poster is not stepsister's parent. Not her circus, not her monkeys. Not the butthole, but in future use a passcode with vendors in order to make sure only you change the plans. Original poster replies. Yeah, I already reached out to all my vendors and explained the situation. All changes will be done in person from now on. Still go to the police, she's not a child anymore. Legally, she's responsible for what happened and you need to enforce that kind of behavior with serious legal repercussions. I'm not sure if there will be legal repercussions for impersonating someone and canceling a venue, but at least there will be a paper trail for the next time she pulls some stunt. It's called identity theft and that is a crime, I believe. Not the butthole. But don't let her get away with it, just go to the police. She needs to learn or she will do this again. Not the butthole. Boo, that police report needs to get filed, regardless of how dad decides to clean up after her. She's 18, and identity theft at her age will carry a steep price, that's why he's asking you not to go to the police. But honestly, that's a disservice to your stepsister who clearly needs to learn a lesson about interference and minding her own damn business. Everyone sucks here. Her for committing fraud, your dad for asking you to cover it up, you for enabling the cover-up. You should have filed a police report. You can do that without actually filing charges, it's just an official record of it happening. You still should, in my opinion. I agree that everyone sucks here, and I think the original poster also sucks because she is allowing her father to go into debt over a stupid wedding venue. That doesn't make what he's doing okay. Obviously the stepsister needs to be brought up on charges, but aside from that, if the original poster and her fiancé are truly in a better financial position, then pay for your own damn wedding like a grown-up and don't ask your parent to sell property in order to fund it. For F's sake. Not the butthole. I would also uninvite your sister. She does not deserve to be at that wedding after the sabotage she tried. Original poster replies. She's definitely not invited. And higher security. The wedding venue is the butthole. And everyone sucks here because there is a better solution than paying the butthole wedding venue triple the price. Either negotiate it down. File a police report to appease butthole venue. That is not going to result in any charge ever, like what could the charge actually be? There was zero financial gain. Or go somewhere else. A wedding isn't so important that a father should have to sell property in order to appease his bratty daughters. Reading this is all I could see. 2 bratty daughters. The dad had some crappy parenting skills, but both of these kids seem like brats. I don't even like /love/ or talk to my mom, and I wouldn't have her sell property to pay for a freaking wedding venue. How expensive is the place? Original poster had an easy out, like you said. But chose to pull a really dick move and ended up looking just as bad as her sister. Everyone sucks here. This is going to be unpopular, but follow me here. Your sister, who is an adult, did you wrong. That makes her TA. By having your father cover the additional costs, you're insisting that the wrong person make it right. He can't afford it. He has to liquidate assets in a fire sale to cover it. And he's willing to put himself in the middle because he loves you and loves your stepsister. You're not asking for the wrong to be made right so much as passing it down the line, and that isn't cool. I know he was not to blame, but he houses that witch, and by asking me not report her fraud, but yes, he is. Because he is enabling her to be a witch, presumably not for the first time, instead of raising her to understand actions have consequences, and that she has to take responsibility for them. He did find an alternative venue that was pretty nice and wasn't as expensive, but I said it had to be the original venue. As you should. Using an alternative venue because your stepsister did something wrong is even further enabling your stepsister, teaching her not only that she doesn't have to suffer consequences for heinous actions but also that she can actually get what she wants through them. She deserves the police report. Your father can choose to shield her from it, but if he does, that is not your price to pay. It is his. Not the butthole. Edit. Also, put a password on all your vendors, now. Not the butthole. You need to make the police report. Usually you can do that online and print out a copy. You better hurry or someone else will take that slot. What are you waiting for? Everyone sucks here. Totally agree, stepsister deserves consequences. But original poster isn't punishing stepsister here, they're punishing their dad, and they're doing out of pure anger. It sounds like the dad is desperately trying to keep peace here and has, or is thinking of, selling off property to finance their wedding. I suspect the dad is trying to protect stepsister as they're only 18, and is probably thinking along the lines of protecting their future. Dad also went and found another nice venue that original poster seems to like. Based off the facts we have, my personal suggestion would be make sure stepsister faces consequences, but don't force dad to ruin himself financially out of anger. It's a hard decision to make at the moment, but original poster's anger here could cause some serious damage with major future consequences. WTF? Are you saying that your father is going to have to sell property to pay for a wedding that you can afford to pay for much more easily? And also, you're only forcing him to do so to spite your stepsister? You're the butthole. Who deliberately screws over their own dad for a one-day party? Grow up. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.